the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locked.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Purdy. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the shoot. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Here we go, set. 18, Gator.
Let's go. Check 9, check 9.
Hard. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Love, flush to his right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alpha.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back to throw. Purdy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Check three.
Rock it. Hey, Charlie. Big river.
Looking to throw. Purdy. Bryant has him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, wahoo!
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Watch the fight.
To throw again. Purdy. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 3rd and long. Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2nd and 3. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Watch the eye. Switch.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
First down, Buccaneers.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Check 13. Check 13.
He's checking crap.
Hey, check 20.
Operating from the gun. Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers 7, Panthers 0.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. 70 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Just like that. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Mike 5-4.
Operating from the gun. Love. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And a Buccaneer first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Mostert. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Check the outs. Check.
Hey, exit.
56, the mic, boys. 56.
Shut up.
On first down, Purdy. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. There he goes, right side. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is Mostert. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at that 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, Love looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, this from 37. To throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. First down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Go. He's moving, boys, he's moving. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, Love. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he went backward. yards. He'll be down at the 30. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for off.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Love. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw. Love. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again. Love. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want that.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
On the set.
Spy 56. Defense wins championships, baby.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
55. Check 55. Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch it.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Get away with it. Go, Mike.
Back to throw. Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Purdy. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Purdy in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Look at me. Go.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Go.
Watch the motion.
59.
From the gun, Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Tighten up. Check hot route.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, now fourth down.
It's fourth and goal at the 2-yard line.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. On fourth down, Love. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
On 3rd down, Purdy. From the left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there. 58 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
51. He don't know no better. 51.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you'd think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards in the Panther first down. Back to throw. Purdy. Looked like nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23. There he goes left side. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Zoom, zoom.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming.
Let's go. Let it go.
On first down, Love. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Beckham. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. So we got man.
Mike 54.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Tampa Bay, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.